Hello friends, we continue our series about an amazing island located in the Pacific Ocean. This island is Pitcairn. Sit back and let's get started. Pitcairn is the most unusual island on the planet. It's 3 by 1.5 kilometers in size. 5 islands of 46.5 m2 under the common name of Pitcairn are located in the southeastern part of the Pacific Ocean. On the world map, this group of islands, 4 of which are uninhabited and only one of which is inhabited by people, looks like a small dot. The significance of the islands in the modern world. Pitcairn, Ducie, Sandy, Oeno and Henderson are of volcanic and coral origin. Closest to them are the islands of French Polynesia, 2,170 kilometers to the mountains. Auckland, New Zealand, where the official administration of Pitcairn Island is located, is more than 3,000 kilometers away. The islands are under the patronage of Great Britain. It is its only Pacific territory. The largest uninhabited island, Henderson, is 37.3 square kilometers. Pitcairn, an inhabited island, is 4.6 square kilometers. The island was first sighted by the Portuguese in 1606 and named by them after St. John the Baptist. It received its present name, Pitcairn, on its second discovery by the British in 1767, after the officer who first sighted the land from a passing ship. The island was settled in 1790 after a mutiny on the English ship Bounty. Mutineers, 28 people, led by Fletcher Christian, landed on the deserted island. Among them were 9 English sailors, 6 Polynesian slaves, and 13 Polynesian women. The ship's captain and several sailors were sent by boat to certain death at sea, and the ship was burned near the shores of the island. The settlers lived isolated from the rest of the world until 1808, but then the island was spotted from the American whaling ship Topaz. Since then, the island's isolation ended. 2 attempts were made by the British government to move the Pitcairn inhabitants closer to civilization. In 1831, the attempt to relocate to Tahiti failed. 12 died in foreign lands, 65 returned home. A second attempt in 1856 was partly successful, and some families have lived on Norfolk Island ever since. The capital and only settlement of Pitcairn Island is Adamstown. It is impossible to reach the island by air. It has no airstrip. The only way to get here is by regular flights to Papeete, Tahiti, from where local aviation flies once a week to the archipelago of Gambier. From there you can reach Pitcairn in 36 hours by cargo ship or yacht passing by the island from Mangriva. The cargo ship option is more economical, but the ship carries cargo to the island 8 times a year. There are flights from Moscow to Tahiti via America, Los Angeles, Japan, Tokyo, or Hong Kong with 1 change, or UAE, Dubai, and New Zealand, Auckland, with 3 to 4 changes. Distinguishing features. Pitcairn, an island almost invisible on the map, is one of the most isolated and sparsely populated places on Earth. Climate. The climate of the island is subtropical, maritime. It often rains in the summer, spring, and fall. The annual rainfall is about 1,200 millimeters. The driest months are July and August. The average monthly temperature is plus 24 degrees Celsius in winter and plus 18 degrees Celsius in summer. The European summer here is considered winter, and vice versa. Features of nature. Pitcairn Island is of volcanic origin, has steep shores, hills and depressions, which are natural reservoirs for rainwater. There are no rivers here. A map of the island shows that vegetation is located only along its perimeter. In addition to palm trees, Norfolk cedar, brought from the island of the same name, and conifers grow here. Citrus, avocado and papaya, sugarcane, and breadfruit are common on the island. The animal world is presented by large quantity of birds, both sea, petrels, red-tailed phaetons and terns, and living on land, reed warbler, fruit dove, hermit lory. In coastal waters there are a lot of fish. National dishes. Pitcairn Island cuisine combines European and New Zealand peculiarities. Seafood dominates the menu. There are 2 cafes offering the following dishes: bluefin tuna or shark steaks, grilled goat meat with vegetables, chicken shish kebab or roast chicken, fish and bean soup, grilled lobster and clams, pies filled with local fruits, bananas, pineapples, pilki, baked mashed potatoes of bananas, yams, and breadfruit. Honey. Local honey is famous because it is served at the table of the Queen of Great Britain. Population. Pitcairn, an island on the map lost in the Pacific Ocean, is the most sparsely populated on the planet. According to 2013 data, the population of the island is 56 people. Most are Mestizo English and Polynesian, descended from English rebels from the Bounty ship and Tahitian girls. Several families bear the surname of the rebel leader, Christian. Although Pitcairn Island is under British patronage, it has its own flag and coat of arms. The island's council, which makes official decisions, consists of 10 people. The council is headed by a justice of the peace. They are supervised by the governor, who is based in New Zealand. There is 1 police officer on the island and a doctor. English is considered the official language of the island, but the population speaks a dialect, English in the 18th century, plus a Tahitian dialect. Young people tend to emigrate to other countries, mainly in New Zealand, because of the lack of work on the island. Currency. Payments on the island are in New Zealand dollars. Local coins do not participate in circulation, are collectible. There is no currency exchange on the island. Credit cards cannot be used. The islanders often use barter to settle accounts with each other. How to move to Pitcairn Island. Due to the lack of population growth, the island government has developed a special program to attract new residents. For $500 New Zealand dollars, anyone can apply to live on the island council. For a positive decision, it is necessary to have an amount of at least $30,000 in the account for the first 2 years of residence. After the first 6 months, stay on the island in the absence of administrative violations can be obtained in perpetuity free use of land to build a house. It should be borne in mind that the island has no work, so wishing to move here for permanent residence must have its own source of income. Transportation. The island has a little over 6 kilometers of unpaved roads. Most of the residents move around on foot or by bicycle. Each family has a quad bike. Attractions. Pitcairn is an island with a small number of interesting attractions on the map. Visiting them is free for tourists. Museum of the Island keeps preserved exhibits of the rebel ship Bounty, household items of the first settlers. Located in the center of the village of Adamstown, there are no opening hours. Just ask the museum curator to open the room. Bounty Anchor from a rebel ship, located in the central square of Adamstown. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day. John Adams' tomb, last of the surviving rebels. The capital bears his name. Located east of the central square of the village, on the mountain. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day. Fletcher Christian Cave, favorite place of the rebel leader whose name is borne by several families on the island. Located east of Adamstown on a high rocky shore. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day. Taro Ground, the flat elevation of the island, used to be the only place where radio signals were received. Located west of Adamstown. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day. What to see the tourist in summer and winter. Both winter and summer tourists can get acquainted with the main sites, explore the island on a quad bike. This service is provided free of charge by locals. Meet Miss Leisure activities on the island. There are no hotels on the island. Tourists are hosted by locals. Feature of of Pitcairn is that the electricity produced by diesel generator is supplied in the morning from 8 to 13 or in the evening from 17 to 22. Tourists can visit the only bar. If the owners are not there, you can take what you need and then tell them about it, or one of two cafes. One of them works once a week, another only in the evening. To go to sea fishing, boats and gear are provided by locals. Walk around the island. Fans of scuba diving can explore the bottom in Bounty Bay. Here at a depth of 3 m are the remains of the legendary ship Bounty. Also in the waters around the island you can find different, including new species of plants and sea creatures. Beaches on the island. Pitcairn is a tropical island, but it has no sandy beaches. Entering the water is difficult and sometimes impossible because of the high rocky shores and large waves. You can swim in the natural pools formed in the recesses of the shoreline. The tide and waves carry seawater into them. Several pools, united by the same name Down Isaac, are on the coast below Adamstown. One of them is home to pink corals, another to sea urchins, and a third to yellow algae. At the other end of the island is St. Paul's Pool, located between two tall pillars where the ocean water pours in with great force. What to bring is souvenirs. The only store in the capital of Pitcairn Island is open, as are all government offices here, on request. Souvenirs can be purchased directly from the inhabitants of the village. Every home has wood crafts, from Henderson Island, shark figurines, turtles, vases, caskets. A popular wooden model of the historic ship Bounty. Local craftsmen weave baskets of cane for sale. Soaps, creams and oils are handmade from honey and coconut. The island honey, notable for its great ecological purity, with pleasure by tourists as a souvenir. Pitcairn has long been famous for its stamps. You can also buy them at the post office. A trip to Pitcairn Island can be an unforgettable journey. One of the most unusual islands on the world map welcomes tourists and allows them to enjoy a vacation in a tropical paradise. That's all, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about this amazing island. Share this video in the comments. It motivates us to develop the channel. See you, friends. See you in the next video.